With smaller retailers closing their doors at the rate of 2,000 shops a year, the House of Commons warn that at the current rate, small independent shops may vanish from the UK's high streets by as soon as 2015. However, thanks to various campaigns, organisations and individuals, small businesses are now thriving more than ever before. Wedgecard is one such organisation who believes that every little shop helps.
The idea behind Wedgecard is that it acts as a reward card, and so people are more encouraged to shop locally and to use those local shops and to use those local services because they get something out of it, as well as a decent product and a decent service of a higher quality. With a new movement for people to be more of a conscious consumer and be more environmentally friendly and buy local produce, I think people are now much more interested in shopping locally, and I think a lot more aware of what they are buying and what they're consuming, what they're eating, what they're drinking, and who's made it. £1 spent on your local economy stays in that local economy, whereas £1 spent in a big supermarket just goes elsewhere. And therefore, it's better to spend your money in your local economy and in your local community, and just to buy goods in your local area and to support your local retailers. I don't think the conscious consumer and ethical movement is going to slow down. I think it's going to either stay on the plateau or increase, because people appreciate now more of a higher standard of service and a higher standard of knowledge and just a higher quality of product. And I think they're more willing to pay the extra, whatever, 50p a pound for that.
Let me have one of these as well, please.
It's not about boycotting your supermarkets or boycotting your high street chains, but there is an alternative.
The Pie and Mash Club is one intriguing example of how people are coming together to support local businesses.
There are a number of things that are really appealing about Pie and Mash. First, there's the pies. If you like pies, you're not going to be disappointed. I think Pie and Mash does hold a special place in people's hearts. My gran used to make the best meat pies I've ever tasted. And there's no doubt about it, making a meat pie is not something you can do in 10 minutes. There's a lot of preparation. It needs to bake for a while. And I think that, our modern lifestyle has moved people away from those traditional skills. The Pie and Mash Club is a collection of people dedicated to the appreciation of pie and mash shops through London and the South East. We meet 12 times a year. That constitutes the season. It starts in September and goes through to May. And the way we allocate the points is we assign 5 points for a portion of eels, 4 points for a pie, 3 points for a portion of mash, 1 point for liquor, which is the green parsley sauce, and if there's dessert on offer, you get 2 points for that. It's like a league table, the points accumulate over the course of a season, and it's the person who's got the most points at the end of the final meeting who's the champion. The idea of the Pie and Mash Club, it's really a celebration of something that's traditional in our culture in London. We're not trying to start an empire. We're certainly not trying to encourage competitive eating on a huge scale, because it's not really about competitive eating. It's about it's a camaraderie and a good atmosphere of coming together and appreciating, one of these old-fashioned shops. And I'd just be happy if, the club can continue to do that in the coming years, and hopefully with a little bit of the interest that's come from the internet is to just make more people aware that these pie and mash shops still exist in London. They're small businesses generally, run by individuals. They're not franchises like, the big fast food chains. They perhaps haven't been changed much in 50 years, maybe more. In the face of these changing times, you don't want to see it replaced with, big corporate outlets and stuff like that, because it's a special part of London culture. So it's nice to know that you're contributing to the success of someone's business, basically. If you're interested in, you know, local businesses and local, you know, regeneration, I think it's just a really good thing to be a part of.